Welcome back to episode 4 of our Houston Texans Franchise here on Madden 24, and today we're going to be taking on the Colts, who feature another top 5 rookie quarterback in Anthony Richardson, who they took 4 overall. Jonathan Taylor is still here in this realm. Hopefully they, hopefully they don't figure it out. Hopefully they actually do trade him. They're in the division, so yeah, never mind. Hopefully Taylor just leaves. But before we do anything, we have to take a look at one of our players, and that one player is Jeromepkr. I don't know if you guys knew this year or not, but Superstar Dev players get more slots than they ever did before. Jeromepkr will have 4 slots, but for us to be able to decide what slots he will be filled with, really sus, we are going to be going to the Wheel of spinner wheel thingy. So all of the abilities will be on there, and whatever we get is what we get. Alright, so here we are with the wheel spin. We have Adrian Peterson, if you're wondering why. One of the abilities is called All Day, and crazy enough, I actually spun that first try, but I completely forgot to shuffle, so I did not count that. So we will be spinning again. This time, it'll be legit. Whatever we get is what we get. Could you imagine Tim again? Tough Knot, Threat Detector. Not an ability I actually care about. If anything, I actually almost consider this a detriment, because it's going to distract the absolute hell out of me, but Threat Detector, maybe it helps, especially with a young quarterback. Let's move on to the next one. 4 abilities per player is kind of insane. Obviously, they have to be a high overall anyways. Secure Protector, if that's where it stops. Now, that is an ability that is actually really good. The tagline for that is, blockers with this ability reduce a rusher's chances of using a quick block shed move. 2 more abilities, which just seems absolutely insane. 2 more, and Tough Nut, which I think is also a very good ability. Blockers with this ability have an increased number of blocker resistance points. And then for the final ability, what does Mr. Jeromepkr get? I have no idea about these 2 abilities, if they're good or not, but Natural Talent, which I think is a mid-level one. Blockers with this ability start every new blocking encounter with built-in resistance. Maybe that's good, I don't know, but Threat Detector, Secure Protector, Tough Nut, and Natural Talent sounds pretty average, pretty decent. And look at our fresh superstar. Of course, if you guys want to see another episode tomorrow, maybe leave a like. 750 likes will do the trick. Don't know if there would have been a video earlier today or not. I had to kind of mix this, like, recording up a little bit. I accidentally deleted a file that I needed to keep, and I'm doing a voiceover for this next, 3 minutes. But if I mention the goal another time in the video, I apologize. I can't remember it all. As for the players of the week, obviously, Pitre. 2 interceptions, a touchdown, 10 tackles. I believe that would have been Superstar Dev, if not for it being the one of 2 on a Camp Standout breakout thingy. But, of course, speaking of, the second part of that is right here. And something about brightness and, the sparkly jersey, kit. Tried telling you, Coach, I'm ready for every challenge that comes my way. Unless that challenge is too hard, then I'm staying Star Dev. And, oh my God, he is not getting a Superstar. There's no way. 3 interceptions are pass deflections. Now some slider changes. I'm going to have to change these quite a lot more often, as I've tested these. I didn't really feel like they were that different. Once again, I still kind of feel like my account is just glitched, and all Madden or the sliders, something's not working. Throughout the Madden years, it seems like they don't change much, but this is what we're rocking for right now. It is in their favor, and we'll see how that hurts us or hurts us even more. It can't really help us. It's worse than base. Now looking at the weekly training stuff, I will say that the game plan should probably be to stop Jonathan Taylor, as Anthony Richardson did not have a great week 1, and obviously Jonathan Taylor in that run game in general is always going to be a problem. And then their defense actually looks really, really bad, especially at defending the pass, so I suppose we're going to try to attack that early. Starting off minigame with the hardest drill to gold every single time. We only get gold because we're the greatest of all time. Obviously, that's the only reason. Looking at the quarterback one. These quarterback ones I kind of struggle at a little bit, but we're getting a little, better here and there, and ultimately we get at least silver. Gold would be great, but silver is pretty much what we always get. Blasted and dropped, unfortunately, which if we had any sort of momentum going, which I don't think we would have. I think you only get it from scoring touchdowns. That would have been gone anyways. But plenty of time left, and, I mean, usually you got to be almost perfect in these drills Great play by Dell, and that'll be a really good way to get a score. Don't know why we risked that, but sure. 30 seconds left in the bronze zone. It's going to be really hard to get to gold, and a catch like that actually means a lot to trying to do that. Inside, looks like Nico Collins, and he'll score maybe one or two more. 10 seconds left. If we can score a touchdown in one play, well, that would be great, but it would also mean potentially getting it. 4 seconds left. 9,000 points. What do you need? 10,000? If you get a touchdown here, you might actually get it. 1 second to spare with the gold, and that, unless you throw like a pick six or something, should be the scenario. And utilizing that block, can't believe we got that far with Tank Dell. Unbelievable. Now for the final one, try to change it up, even though I love the wide receiver drills. Haven't really changed it up too much, so we're going to rock out the cock out. That's all I can say. I love that. I know that they probably intended get back here. I know they did intend it like that, because who the hell would have something spinning like that, which is probably not even physically possible to have, because the thing's moving at the speed of sound. But it is funny when it glitches out like that. Even if it isn't intended to be a glitch, it's still funny. Look at him, gets blasted. Oh, my Lord, but I think he might catch us. We're running out of stamina. No, and he gets us. We'll be happy with the silver, though. Screw it, dude. And then we got 2 upgrades. Will Anderson, 1 finesse, and then we have Pitre, speaking of, the man of the hour, with a pretty bad upgrade in awareness. Voiceover over. Let's get into the game. Here we go at home against the division rivals for this division showdown against the Indianapolis Colts. Dameon Pierce with an amazing game last week, and hopefully building on that this week. Of course, some decent defenders with the Colts. Shaquille Leonard, DeForest Buckner, Kwity Paye is starting to develop a little bit, but very young in the secondary, and obviously on offense. We're very young as well in the receiving and quarterback department, but Pierce has killed it. O-line is not bad. They've had some ups and some downs, but overall they actually have done some pretty good things, especially the left guard and right guard, or left tackle, right guard. CJ Stroud, not the best accuracy in week 1, but got it done with 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and over 200 yards passing. And Anthony Richardson, from what I've seen in that Colts offense, definitely has struggled a bit, as they've only put up 7 points in week 1. Can they do more, though, going up against our very inexperienced Houston Texans defense? We will be receiving the ball first, which, I mean, definitely puts the pressure on. Phillips with a return will hopefully get us some decent range. Just don't fumble. That's, as a special teamer, I don't care how far back the ball ends up, going, how far we're starting at the 10. Just don't fumble the ball, please. Just don't turn it over, and you're likely holding on to that job, as we are going to get taken out of the 23-yard line. Nowhere else to go. CJ Stroud, pick 2 overall, going up against pick 4 overall. Had himself an okay start, like we said, but that completion percentage lacking. Some drops, some missed throws, and some pressured throws as well. So some ups and some downs, but ultimately a pretty big upset of a win in week 1, which, that's really the only thing that matters, is winning the game, and that is what happened. Let's take a look at a run to the left, and DeForest Buckner already smashing us for a loss of 1. Wow. Well, the run didn't work, so, the next step for that would be to throw the ball. And I don't know if we would have had someone try to throw it over to Pierce, who will get it. There's nobody on the right side of the field. Literally 3 receivers there. I don't know where the coverage is. Like, I get we're being pressured, and, it's like, oh, well, you don't expect him to make the play, but it's like, if you don't put any, guys in coverage, all we have to do is just float it up. And a little throw on the run. Didn't mean to, but Robert Woods catches it and leads upfield to the 48-yard line. So far, so good, especially with the protection in this one. Don't know how I feel about this run, but the play action is really bad. And the fullback does a good job. We didn't really believe, though, to be honest, and we gained nothing. So far, not so good on the ground. Not sure how a play action is going to work here, but let's try it anyways. And maybe had him. And there's going to be a sack off the edge. Kyle Van Noy. Was that a blitz, or is he playing pass rush for them? Kind of got caught staring down some receivers, and ultimately, other than putting a... Is this even guardable from them? Oh, that's a good bait. But Robert Woods holds on. He might be short. 4th and inches. I think you have to go for it. That's a really good bait, but an amazing throw. Beats a good bait any day. And beating and baiting. There's a lot of that going on here. We're going to be going for this, and Pierce will get the first down and then some, leading off with that shoulder. Negative yardage throughout the whole first 2 runs, and then the biggest one where he can get the first down for us. He thankfully gets some yards Statistically, historically in this one, not the best decision, but it works out. And couldn't really go left, but still gained about 5. Cutting inside, Dameon Pierce, obviously a great week 1. I feel like they're going to mention that quite a bit. So far, a very long drive. The Colts giving us a bit of resistance in this one. A couple of close calls so far, barely keeping the drive alive. And outside, we got some room. Pierce will just barely get enough for that first down. Another gain of about 5, starting to heat up a little bit. We're going to be going with a little bit of a play action. Woods with the kind of double move outside. Tight end. And Dalton Schultz will catch that. Good movement. Players all over it, not really doing their job. Players in range, just nobody finishing the play. And if Brevin Jordan gets out there, you just never know. Nico Collins could do something. Or we're going to cut it inside because he doesn't want to go outside. And we do gain about 4. Read option for the 3. They're not really protecting against the run. This could just be a straight-up handoff for the score. That's what we're going to do. And Pierce will score. The Colts made it hard on us, but we did still, get a touchdown. And here is that man. 2 picks beyond the guy we took. Maybe going to try to show us that, hey, we made the wrong decision, but so far, I can't really say that Stroud's played badly. Anthony Richardson, however, not great in that first game. Going to be blitzing on the first play. Let's go with Will Anderson. This is the Blitzmeister. A little late, and wow! Blasted by Christian Harris. He did feel the blitz, but at the same time, not really necessarily anyone open on that play. Let's move everyone in a little bit in case it's a run. Harris playing the deep purple, or not even deep purple, but just the purple. And the running back underneath will get open. Nice tackle by Harris, who's been very aggressive early in this one. We're in a little bit of a rush. We got one of the edge rushers dropping off to play a little bit of flat coverage. And with a read option, they're not going to get it. It's very close, but Malik Collins actually working his way in there. And a 1 yard of shortness. They're going to punt it. You got a guy like Anthony Richardson, even though he didn't get it there maybe. QB dive maybe? I don't know. QB sneak? I guess it's going to be a punt. Our ball. And a little bit of a block in the back almost. As Goodson will get a little bit to the 29. Going to run a little wham. See if Schultz wants to make a play for us. And pretty good stuff. Trying to cut it out left. Does get it. And he's off to the races. Stiff arm's not going to work, but he gains nearly 20. Great set of blocks. Great vision. Cutting it all the way back left and a huge gainer. Iffy start. Really good couple of runs in a row, though. Read option with Dalton Schultz out there. They're not going to read the quarterback, and Stroud's going to use a little bit of the legs, avoiding the damage, gaining 4. It's something. Keep him honest. He's not him when it comes to speed, but he's got just enough to where you can still throw that out every once in a while, and Pierce gets the stiff arm. Pierce is going to be a yard short. Good effort. And this might be a little bit doing too much, but they got a lot of linebackers in the box here. Play action, I think, might be a decent decision. As you can see, Brevin did kind of get caught up, but slips off. Brevin Jordan making some plays to the 34. 6 for 6 is C.J. Stroud for 78 yards. Mixing the ball up well and taking good lanes when we're running it. So far, so good. And I don't really like this. Stroud's going to get a chance to roll out, though, and will get the first down. I'm jumping over the cameraman to the 21-yard line. I actually kind of like that. Previous Maddens, you probably would have just seen him just run right through him. Cameramen are people, too. Literally, this time. And, we did not mean to bounce in. I wanted to hold it off as much as I could because we're not, at the hole yet. And we just hit off the lineman. That would have been a huge gainer if not. Still a gain of 6. Going to run the ball again. Pierce has been cooking up. The blocker's been doing pretty well. Going to cut it back. 1 to beat. And kind of does for the first down. To the 11 now. A tough spot to score from, but start of the second quarter in a really good spot. Statistically, the Colts doing nothing on offense so far, which, based on their 7 points last week, kind of makes sense. Kind of fits the bill. This play action might be decent. You got a lot of linebackers in there. Might not be able to keep up all the way across. And doesn't look like they did. Perfect throw. A little bit of a diving one from Robert Woods. And we'll get a second touchdown up on the board. Remember, this is a scenario game for Pitre as well, so we need him to make some plays. Oh, they got some room on this one. Oh, my Lord. Griffin's knees, they've buckled. The ankles are gone from the 38-yard line. And Taylor getting blasted. I don't know why he didn't cut that back to the right. There was so much space. No gain. And it's a screen. I don't know if we're going to get out there in time and try to get it. And it's going to be a sack from Malik Collins on basically the coverage play. You can see we're getting a little risky. We're going to go with the mid blitz. Can't get over there. press off the line. And is that Isaiah McKenzie burning Griffin? Bum! Decided, like, who would expect a blitz? They're not going to show the angle, though. It's just going to show that Griffin got burned off the line. Nice. Glad to see that angle, but decided to get aggressive because I was like, you know, we play coverage, give him time. Pressure has been what's killing him, and, I mean, you can't make it any easier than that. A little bit of a high-scoring affair early on in this divisional matchup. Pierce back on the ground. And trying to run away. Doesn't actually get much there. About a yard. Pierce, I want to get to about 25 carries a game, if possible. Definitely want to see more Singletary, though. I don't really like the play action, but I don't like the run either. And there's nowhere to go. We're going to lose a lot, and we probably should have either called a timeout or just went to one of the passes anyways. I don't hate this look. They also are playing inside leverage. Schultz could be our guy. Not really. Oh, I seen why, but the pressure was there. I don't know if we would have hit that throw anyways. Didn't hit that throw underneath. I don't know if we're going to hit the even deeper one. Punt. But they are going to have pretty good, decent field position from the 41. Coming with a little bit of a blitz. Rankin's dropping. It's questionable at best. Uh-oh. Oh, my God. We just got smoked. Christian Harris getting a little bit of his own medicine on that one. That was a hit and a half, and that will be a first down. He got clobbered. Pitre playing a little bit more man coverage. See if we can try to get in there for like a swat or something. And that's going to be underneath. Somehow drops that. The ball is really low, so, you know, you kind of have to scoop it, but I don't know how that is dropped. Over the middle with Pitre. Once again, trying to get this scenario. And we just got too aggressive, which is really dumb anyways. Taylor almost getting the first down. Because you can't even get it for tackles for a loss anyway. So my mind was like, get that tackle for a loss. But Adam's like, it won't count anyways. So what are you doing? I don't know, dude. I got into the old habits. And blasted on the read option is Grenard. Well, by Grenard. And that will be a field goal. We have a stadium ability potentially that is causing some issues for the field goal. Matt Gay is pretty good. And he will hit it. Bro, there's no way. I didn't touch it. So I was kind of going through the motion a little bit, I will admit. But let's see. So I would imagine. Oh, that's so bull crap. And even then, he didn't even take him down. That is so harsh. Come on, man. I guess we did kind of get into his, like, plant leg. But, like, that's just so stupid. I would just lay on the ground. I wouldn't move. Like, you're not going to get me with a penalty. Going with the blitz again. Pitre, I suppose this helps. Oh, I thought it was a run. A little bit of a late back to this tight end. I'm not really sure what that read is. Gains nothing. Loses a yard. And we were kind of caught in no man's land. He just doesn't see him. Vision problems. Can't relate. Actually, I can relate after that one miss over the middle. Going against the running back. And, oh, that's a nice route. And fighting to the one. Maybe they're going to call it a touchdown. I don't know if that was actually in. But Robert Tonyan, released by the Bears apparently. Now on the Colts, wearing a disgusting number, thinking he was a wide receiver this whole time. Might have been short, but they're going to call it in. And they're going to find their way to tie this game. Maybe a little bit of a bull crap call, but we did technically dive. Alive. Well, that's a disappointment. They do get the ball at half as well, so the Colts are actually keeping this pretty interesting so far. Phillips. Oh, wow. That ankle. I was like, oh, let's go with the juke move. I was like, oh, he's getting a little low to the ground for that juke. Nope. He got assaulted. So we have been running the ball decently well, but we've also started most drives with a run, so I feel like the best idea here would be to start with a pass, as Dalton Schultz burns on that. And we get most of it, about 9. Fake sweep. I really don't think the sweep is going to be great for us with this. Oh, there goes Buckner. Good fight by Pierce, but actually losing 2 on the play. Don't think the sweep's going to be a good idea for us at all this season. We just don't have the edge blocking. Usually going to be going to the right on the sweep, I guess, but not always. And more importantly, we don't really have the athleticism. Who's the guy? A little bit of pressure. Hits the throw, but Pierce drops it. Wide open, and the running back, thinking maybe a little bit too hard about after the catch, drops it and forces the punt. Is that Bill Burr punting for us, by the way? Colts climbing back into this one. 14-0 turned into 14-14, and the drive ends early on a dropped pass. Pierce is caught so much harder than that for us as Taylor loses a massive yardage gain. I mean, how's that only 3 yards lost? Good job. Enjoy the ground. Is that Pitre as well? So that would have been, you know, if it was normal. normal Maddens, that would have been 1 for the breakout. As we get a really nice tackle from Christian Harris. He gains a yard. Second and 13 run decision is questionable at best. Let me tell you. All right, is this the blitz actually? I screwed up blitz. Why not? And he's kind of getting himself into trouble, and the curl route is wide open. That's not even the guy that I thought would have been open. But I guess we did have a deep blue, and we got the pressure. He ran right into it, though, for some reason. It was perfectly picked up. Honestly shocked by it. And they will convert. 2-minute warning. They have a really good chance to take the lead, not give us enough time to work with, and then gain the ball in the second half. Colts are giving us a little bit of troubles. You know, they scored 7 points all of last week. They've got 14 today. And over the middle, Pittman gains about 16. Kind of plays like a tight end. Can't cover him with a tight end, though. That's the problem. And inside yet again, like we said, covering him with a wider corner even. Not enough. Gets burned. What the hell is he doing? Is that an emote? Did he download that on Fortnite? Like, what's going on here? For the 33-yard line. Pair him in. I did not expect that ball to even get there, and I kind of was ready to go back to cover, I think it was Pittman, and it just came right at me, and I just did not expect it. It threw me off. I almost got it still, but I just was not ready for it. Grenard getting blocked up with the double and knocking the ball out is our defender. Not really much opening. Shaquille Griffin getting a hand in there. 5 wide. I don't know how to feel about this. I guess we get inside here with Christian. We got 2 players to cover. He's going for it all. Yeah, I mean, a little contact, but it looked like it was pretty clean to me. Still probably will be a lead for them, but not bad at defense. Shaquille Griffin actually doing some pretty good work there in the secondary, especially on a deep shot. A lot of pressure on that, and the field goal will be up and good. They will take the lead. 17 unanswered. Still going to say that we're in the momentum, which maybe makes sense because we have the ball, but I don't know. Considering they scored 17 unanswered, I think the momentum may be gone. Trying to make some room. Almost lost his head to the 22. CJ Stroud looking like that dad bod. Loving that. Absolute surfboard. We love to see it. Out route does not look clean. I don't know. Maybe the running back underneath. Not super open and blasted. Number 46 jumping that quickly. Maybe could have went from that. Might have been Robert Woods from the left. Might have been the better look. Instead, took the running back. Kind of predetermined that one a little bit. And we're going to go to Brevin. Barely got that throw off. The pressure actually starting to get there a little bit. Gains 7, so it's a manageable 3rd and 3. Clock is running, though. I didn't even notice that, but at the same time, we're far from guaranteed to get this, so I don't want to run the clock or stop the clock, and then it just helps them. As no one's really open. Stroud's going to try to run away, and that ball is just going nowhere. That's going to be a punt. Not bad decision to run away because we almost got around him, and more importantly, we wasted more clock. And to the 38, they actually have a little bit of a chance here. A couple tight ends in that I wouldn't have expected. Yeah, it's where I kind of thought he was going to go to. Nice grab of the leg. Clock is stopped. All they need is a good 10 to 15, but at the same time, they could get a little too aggressive and, you know, throw a pick or something. Right back in there. And I thought I was timing that perfectly for the bait, and I was just too late. And they're going to go for the field goal, which why wouldn't you? 6 seconds left. Maybe could have gotten a little closer. I don't think they need it, though. 20 unanswered if they hit this field goal, which they hit a harder one than this a little bit ago. And we have a chance at the block. That's another freaking roughing the kicker almost. I don't know what happened there. I angled it perfectly, and we just rounded it too hard or something and missed it. Down 6. A couple of unfortunate things, you know, Pierce dropping the ball and whatnot, but in general, good time management of the Colts, and the defense has definitely woken up for them. We are down in yards, score, not snaps, but now possessions in a second. All right, second half has begun. We've changed the focus to running inside and stopping the short pass. Oh, that tight end is kind of open, and then the running back's open because I had to leave him for the tight end. Christian Harris, good help, but that's going to be a gain of 6. Anthony Richardson looking a lot better than that week 1 performance, I'll tell you that much. All right, move everyone slightly over, just in case it is that run in the inside zone. Can obviously change that at any point. Let's go with the press. And I went for the press, and I don't know if he just saw the hit coming, but Kenzie dropping it. Christian Harris has been super aggressive, and it's worked out so far. Pitre underneath a little bit, and then Harris will cover if somebody streaks. Running back. I went for the running back, left our zone. I think no matter what, that's a first down, but I suppose it's easier to throw to someone right in front of you than it is to throw sideways to the running back. Could easily miss the timing on that and screw it up somehow. But first down is a first down no matter what, and we dove easily in there. Misses the tackle, and Taylor, if tackles for a loss still legitly existed, I would have been so pissed for that, but yeah, because of the scenario, the challenge that you need to achieve, I don't see how you could physically get that. 3 tackles for interceptions or pass breakups, that is tough. Or swats, they gain nothing on that quick throw to the running back. It's going to be 3rd and 8. They've moved the ball a little bit well and then just kind of sputtered out a little bit. Let's go with a blitz. Yes, press with the play over top. And we got the outside. Richardson's going to get it off, but he's not going to get that first down. Oh, my Lord, slipping off like a madman. Now, don't do anything stupid in the block. Don't even have a block on, but just knowing us, we'll somehow hit the kicker late, or the punter. And we got decent blocks. Not really decent, but good enough to actually take the attempt, I suppose is what I meant. All right, Stroud, once again, looking like dad bod over here. I'm trying to, like, that walk with that, like, chest formation, kind of looking like Elon Musk a little bit. Kind of crazy. Run to the outside. We slip off, and Pierce is going to fight. Gains about 6, almost looking like Anthony Richardson last play. Buckner all over that and just misses. Stretch to the right. We did say we wanted to run the ball more. It was more inside, and then we did the first play, but, oh, Lord. Pierce going to utilize the speed and get the first down barely. Yards per carry-wise, definitely not as good as last game, but still putting some numbers up. Still don't know why we aren't seeing, like, a rotation of running backs like Devin Singletary. I think I have him as the number 3. I have to cut it back inside. That edge was not set. Underneath is Schultz. I haven't really seen Tank Dell in this one. Maybe that height is actually a big difference. Oh, I didn't even... What a drop pick. I didn't see Dalton Schultz get open underneath, and last second I was trying to save it by throwing to the running back who got open. I did not see that linebacker at all. Literally all I had to do is throw to Dalton Schultz, and I don't know why. I just didn't throw to him that whole drive sequence. We're going to get it to him this time, though, and it's going to be close. And he will get it. There we go. Made up for a mistake. That's all that matters. Even though that could have been a pick and probably should have been. To the left on the stretch. Not really getting much there either. Kyle Van Noy handling that easily. Only a gain of 1. All of a sudden we have the focus on inside run. It's actually going worse than before somehow. And there goes Buckner again. This time not losing the tackle and gaining nothing. All right, we got Flood. This has potential. Let's go with a curl route instead of the deep post. And Dalton Schultz is open, but we can't get the throw off right as we were about to get it out there. Grover Stewart is not even known for his pass rush ability. Just barely gets us there. And that will be a punt. And I've just been letting the AI punt it just to, not have to deal with it. And I don't know what this punter's doing, but he is literally like the worst in the league or something. And, oh, that's a big read. Oh, Anthony Richardson. Damn. Got to give it to Christian Harris, dude. He might not be in the best position at all times. He might give up a little bit too many yards. But when it comes to actually tackling someone, he's aggressive and he gets it done. All right, 2nd and 6 after the little gainer. Field goal would put us in a little bit of a tough spot. Oh, got to turn back. Pretty good. Need help. Good job, Stingley. Barely got back there. Almost fell for the motion, and then I was like, you know what? Screw that. We got a guy in man covering that. Why would I care? Why would I care? I'm actually going to use it, Griffin, I think. And wow. Pittman with the hands. That was a quick throw. I mean, I'm not really sure what you do on that. I didn't even get to see the formation. I kind of just, the ball was high, played deep, and it was in. Move the linebackers over a little bit for good reason. Oh, we got blasted. I don't know what the hell happened there, but we got kind of pulled in. 3-yard gain, which isn't crazy, but they're in an okay spot here to win this game. 1 score and a little defense. Really wish we could get Pitre this scenario, but it's hard. Oh, my. Oh, no. Get up there. Yo, holy crap. It kept switching me to the wrong guy, and I kept moving slightly out. But, we were on him. That's why I kept switching, so I was like, just grab him. What are we doing? But yeah, Pitre, even if the scenario was tackles for a loss and all that, we still probably wouldn't even get it. But since it's not, it's, almost impossible. Get off of us. And, I can't even cover him because he got blocked up by our own guy, pretty much. About perfect coverage, considering to the 4, though. I mean, that's a great throw. Really good route. The throw is perfect. The throw is even slightly behind. We might have a chance at that thing. Let's cover the run inside. Wham. Kirksey. Oh, no way. Good tackle. Christian Harris. The tackle goon. Obviously got beat on that other play, but can't be perfect, especially in open space against Taylor, who is an athlete and a half. 2 tight ends here, and it's going to be a handoff, and nobody's going to be there. Jonathan Taylor, touchdown. Colts, I mean, they have scored some unanswered points. Just don't know why we can't, like, get in range. Oh, my. If this is a throw, we're so screwed. And you don't need to. They're going to say he was short. He had to reach the ball over and never did. Don't know how much that's going to matter, if any, but 2 points is still, I'd rather have them not get the 2 points than to get it. Nice block, guys. Could have been a face mask. Going to start at the 17 because our guys can't block the very first people in front of them. Might have to get a little more aggressive in this drive, but at the same time, I don't want to, you know, just force something. And Pierce, nice stiff arm truck, but only going to gain 2 as blocks just aren't really there. I think the interior blocks have been pretty fine for the most part, but when it comes to second level, there just hasn't been anything there. Going to run the ball again on the inside, and wow. Buckner is a problem. I probably should have looked at what his ability was before we started this, but it is insane. And so far, we're balanced, but we're not scoring, and that's the problem. I think it might be time to just vacate the run game. All right, kind of trusting the running back here a little bit. Kind of want an in route instead. Running back is in there. Robert Woods doesn't break the tackle. We gain literally nothing. I thought the running back was going to pick up a block and we were going to treat that almost like a run, and it just doesn't happen. So I got to be transparent here. I played the first quarter of this game and had to restart because the sliders I currently had weren't great. Then I decided, I was like, screw it. We're just going to max it and work it from there. Different scenario here. Different scenario. Coverage has actually been a little bit better. And more importantly, we just don't have enough time to throw. I think our pass block slider is around 45 with our run block around 43. Oh, that's a pretty good throw. No shot! Jonathan Taylor mossing Griffin to seal the game. I thought there was a chance at a pick. I was like, oh, Pittman, damn, dude, he just mossed us. It's a running back. He does beat him, in fairness, but it's underthrown. Yo! I wanted Anthony Richardson to be the thumbnail, but does Jonathan Taylor, although it's pretty ugly because I think it's going to be like through his hand. Oh, it's not. It's just one-handed. Really? That's literally the catch of the year. That is maybe the catch of almost all time when you consider the fact that it's a running back. Odell made that insane catch. Obviously, we all know about it. If you haven't heard about it, what are you doing? But because it's a running back doing this, it's up there. It's up there. I actually don't know what's going on with my brain in this game, though. Literally, first thing, I was like, I want to run the ball. It's like, bro, you're losing by 1,400. Oh, there you go. Tank Dell in behind, and Nico Collins lost. Does not set up the block. But looking at the numbers, the one thing that you can definitely, like, I don't even know what the word is. It's escaping me right now. That you can kind of feel is that not enough aggressiveness. Read option, and Stroud will get some room. I think you got to take a hit here, and, of course, he fumbles. Literally protected the ball last second. Maybe I was too late. I don't know. Could just be because it's a quarterback. Fumbles, even though he knows he's going to get hit. This isn't a sack. Yeah, I was a little late, to be fair. But this isn't a sack. You know you're getting hit. Yeah, I was actually pretty late on that. I think you could see my guy slightly reaching to cover it, but he's already being contacted before then. And we tried to get in there, and we missed the hit with Pitre. Yeah, this started off amazing. I actually can't believe we might come away with, I think, 14 points in the first quarter, 0 the rest of the game. Colts defense locking up somehow. Pressure, probably the main culprit, though. Great tackle there by Kirksey. That was nice. All right, Pitre, let's get in there. I mean, I know it wasn't actually a blitz, but I moved everyone in to the inside, and nobody got there. Literally nobody. Like, I need some more practice here. I want to get out back on offense and see what we can do. See if we can find something that would change the way, the game was going. Christian Harris, nice tackle, but still gain of 5. And hell, we weren't even supposed to be there. I think we were supposed to blitz. There would have been another body on the inside that just would not have even gotten there. We're going to blitz, assuming it's a run. So if it's not, we're in some trouble. It's going to be a counter. Nice cutback. Holy. Good tackle, though. I couldn't get over. Oh, it's a screen. Not going to get there. Oh, what a tackle by Malik Collins. Will force a stop. Or if you're the Colts, you're like, screw it, we're going to go for it. Let's come away with the blitz. You never know. This could actually spark something. Pick 6. I can't get over to the safety. Nice hit. Shaquille Griffin gives us life. It's not a whole lot of life, but there's a pulse. May have impaired speech because we're so dead, but at least we have a chance. Defense at least waking up a little bit. And is that the same play that literally 46 did it again? He baited it out again. He's late to the party. Maybe it's just a late throw by me. And he just last second gets there, and it just makes me sad every time. Same result, same sadness. Schultz running kind of in some danger. Pierce kind of feeling like the only guy safe enough to throw to at this point. 7 yards out of bounds. 2 running backs out the backfield with the deep in from Collins. Might be our primary. Oh, no, Buckner, please. I'm just going to take the yards. I was going to look for a throw. I was going to do too much. Good blocking, though, considering. I mean, we actually had a lot of time to throw there. Just the coverage was pretty good. We had a couple of early looks in there, maybe, but let's see if we can get some points. I think you got to take the shot there. And, 32 was on it. Missed the swat, but then got his hand on the ball. Right, this play was a big third down play that we missed because the pressure got there. Pierce on the outside. Not that important to get out of bounds, but if you can every time, I guess. 3rd and 6. I mean, it's taken us a long time to get down here, but luckily we are going out of bounds every time, so it may take a lot of plays, but so far it hasn't actually taken a lot of clock. And Dalton Schultz gets in behind the defense, rolls over for the first down out of bounds. Like I said, I wouldn't be putting any bets on it, but there is still a legitimate chance. I almost want to just streak Schultz here. Oops. I'm going to get a freaking penalty. Dalton Schultz. Slam to the 1. That's a little bit more clock. Let's hurry up to the line. Quick throw maybe to the running back. And held on. Robert Woods. Is that his second touchdown of the game, actually? Not bad. I think you actually kick this deep. 4 minutes left, down 2 touchdowns. I think you kick it deep, right? Probably a run. Probably going to see them play it pretty safe. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. And he is wide open, and he will stay in bounds. We do push him out, but 7 yards gain. 1 down, apparently. We're in the blitz. If they throw it here, I mean, they get it behind us. There's nothing I can do about it. 3rd and 3 with this run look. I mean, you kind of have to. And not going to get him. That's a first down. That's a lot more clock wasted. We got some bodies. Can't get out there, and we're going to get blocked up perfectly. Huge hit. Outside of that being a fumble, though, that's not going to really help us. Right now, they're running the ball very effectively. Need to stop one of these plays. Maybe this one. And hurdles over. Gets the first. 2-minute warning. Only 2 timeouts, actually, because we had to use one earlier because it was a big down and the play sucked. Not looking promising. Gotta be honest. Not looking promising. From the 48-yard line, and he's still moving. Taylor gains about 6. Let the clock run once, because I don't want to waste everyone's time. If they get the first down here, there's no point in calling a timeout. Got to let the clock run at 1 point anyways, so. Oh, that's a good cup. Yep, that's why I didn't want to waste it, because we have no answer for them, and they're going to win the game 33-21. Instead of kneeling it down, they're actually going to run it. I'm not saying I wish injury upon anyone, but at the same time, if you're doing things that lead to a higher chance of injury, who am I to say who deserves to be injured and who deserves to be healthy? I'm just saying. But of course, losing the game by 12, really great start, and then just completely fell apart. I don't know what exactly did it. Did have a couple of plays where, we would have been almost guaranteed points if not for a couple of drops or some pressures at the unfortunate times. The Colts defense did just enough to limit us to 21 points, and their offense just didn't make any mistakes, didn't turn the ball over, and that's what really got us to win in the first game. We choked at the end of that game, and if it wasn't for the turnovers that the Ravens had, we would be 0-2 right now. But Stroud, kind of better performance today, but that's statistically not game feel wise, right? It definitely felt like we were in less command today, and we just got numbers, but not really first downs and scores. Pierce was limited hard. Buckner was insane in this one. Taylor was really good. Receiving, Robert Woods had 2 touchdowns. I get he's old, but he is easily the best receiver for route running on the team, and if we want to develop Stroud and the rest of the guys, it helps to have him running routes and getting open. But ultimately, we will drop this game and drop down to 1-1, which technically, if the other teams win, we would be last in the division. But early on, that's not really a priority right now. So we did not get to 300 yards. We obviously did not allow under 24 points. But we got the 15 touchdowns and the 2 passing touchdowns. 15 touchdowns, 15 first downs, and the 2 passing touchdowns. Christian Harris an upgrade, but we'll hold that off until next week, as we usually will have a couple of points from the practice each week, especially with the focused mini games. But let's take a look at the camp standout. Maybe they'll give us some pity points for just trying and being out there. I don't know, but it's hard to be upset with the progress I made. So, we get the 10K, just like a rebuild, really. A lot of times you get the rebuild. I can kind of see why you almost never get the dev up. It's like 1 out of every 10 to 15 if you're lucky. It's hard. It is really hard to get. I mean, that scenario for the DB, 3 deflections or interceptions combined. I mean, it's tough to, even get a hand on it, especially as a safety. There might be a lot of plays where you're getting a lot of tackles, you're getting in there, but you're not really going to be getting many opportunities with the ball in the air. So, I mean, especially when they're not taking the shots because they just don't need to. It's tough for a safety to try to get that, but even then, there was some positives in the game. The blocking wasn't absolutely terrible. Stroud was pretty good for the most part. Pierce was breaking tackles. Just couldn't get any blocks, really. The defense, there was some pretty good coverage for the most part. Just pressure was lacking at times, and we had a couple of plays we just barely let something happen, or they just made a really good play with catching the ball. And some of it was just out of our control. We lose the first game, but it was still a fun one. And assuming the Titans and the Jaguars, I think no matter what, actually, we're technically last in the division anyways, though, because, we're not, the other teams aren't guaranteed to lose a game against the division rival, where we did. So we're, automatically at a deficit. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed this one, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel, Pkr Plays for non-Madden content. And like I said, 750 likes. We'll do another episode tomorrow. And that's about it. Thanks for watching. All the guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya.